Hey there, coaches. How are you? Lisa Seattle here today, and I wanted to come on and give you a few more tips on how to build your networking. Um, we here in California just opened up for indoor dining. The gyms opened up, and so that is pretty exciting. And I do believe that in 2021, in the next couple of months, things are going to open up even more. So this is a time for prep work. This is a time to get ready to actually increase your networking, your visibility, your just connection with people. And people are hurting right now. It's a time where people want to connect more and more, and it's a great time to build that networking. So if you're hopping on, just please kind of let me know you're here and give me a wave or give me a hi or something that I know you're here. And just remember to even turn on notifications so you'll know that when we go live or if there's a post. We're a brand new group, so it's going to take a while for those posts to show up in your news feed. For those of you who have given me your email, I have sent out a little email this week, and it's just in there. I'm going to kind of keep you abreasted of what's going on. Sometimes if you're not active in the group, you can also get that information there. And I'll try to give you some of my resources also in the email for those who have given it. And I gave a great resource for a book audio. So I hope you enjoy that. But some of the ways is to join a local social or even a professional networking group. So there's many of them. Some of them are paid and they can be pretty pricey at times, but there are some that are not. I've been to many when I first got here in California and back in Connecticut, many networking groups that were not through a cost. Okay. I'm trying to think the one that I did. It was a town hall. It was the Chamber of Commerce. So check your local Chamber of Commerce, because you don't always have to be a member to actually attend some of their meetings. The one I had used to have a weekly meeting on Thursdays in the morning. And, it was great. They built that up to be about 60 or 70 people, which was awesome because you got to set up coffee dates with people, got to, tell them about your business, or I did. And, I would reciprocate. We would, be referrals to each other, and just really kind of expanded on that. So it's a great way for you to actually start connecting, because they are going to start being more live events. Guarantee it. Okay. And so that the Chamber of Commerce is good. Think about the Kiwanis clubs and the Knights of Columbus, right? All of those clubs, they also like to have speakers come in. And so when you get ready, be prepared, like reach out, start building relationships with these people. You want to get ready, talk to them about your coaching business and your area of expertise and how you can come in and educate people. And as health coaches or wellness coaches, we have a lot to offer, right? Because people don't know about our services. People don't know what we have to offer. And sometimes it's just this little 15-minute presentation you give, but you can do a lot in 15 minutes. And you can also hand out all of your, materials that you have, right? You can talk about a detox that you're having. You can talk about a webinar you're having. You can talk about your signature program. You can talk about just this little thing that maybe you're doing locally, right? And really great way to encourage, them for referrals. Also, your local BNI, which is very expensive, but they always have freebie days, and you always can be a guest of somebody else's. And you can always, which I've done many times, is like, because you have to attend the BNI groups, when somebody has something to do on those days, they could ask somebody to be in their place. I've done that many times, so I just get to go in. I have no connection with it, but I get to talk about my business, right? So it's a great thing for you to be able to do, to really just start building those relationships so that when the time does come, you've already built that relationship. You already have a way to get in there and support your own business, and actually just build your relationships with people, because that's really what it's all about. So I want you to start, thinking about that. And you can just go online and Google. Our internet is crazy today. You can go online and Google some different, you can Google BNI, or you can Google Chamber of Commerce, the local one, your Kiwanis clubs, Rotary Club, all of those are looking for people, speakers, and just networking. And just put in networking events, because you'll find a lot in your area. And again, a lot of them are free, or there may be a small fee where you go in and you pay a couple bucks, or you have, a little meal, or sometimes they have a little gathering where they have a little bit of food. So, for a few bucks, $5, you can go in and you can just meet and network with people. And I do believe those are going to be coming out. Also look at meetup.com if you've never done that. Eventbrite always has different kinds of meetings going on there since we have been in lockdown. So those are two great places where people will have virtual meetings, and some of them I've seen in different places are local events. So you can definitely check on that and start, again, building those relationships. I've done many of the meetup groups, and I've reached out to the coordinator of that group and asked if they would like me to do a presentation to their group. And I've done many of them. So that's another one to think about. I also was a member of the Chamber of Commerce because it was so good that I did wind up joining, but you didn't have to. I could have gone to 2 meetings, every month without having to pay anything. So great thing there. Let's see. Also, vendor events and health and wellness events. Those are going to start happening. Some people are doing them online, but they will start happening again live. So over the last couple of years, and when I first got here, I worked with one gentleman, but another one I worked with over the last, I would say, 3 years, was a woman who actually worked, and I know I mentioned this before. Somebody just hopped on. Thanks for hopping on. Let me know who you are and just say hi. But the local vendor events, so this woman, she actually goes to all of the corporate offices. Sometimes we can't connect with them, but gone to the corporate offices, and they set up health events for the corporate offices. So I worked with her for the last 3 years, and she would have several events every month. So I was able to go and be part of those events. So that's another great way for you to just build relationships. And then when you're at events, make sure that you give yourself enough time to go around before the whole event starts, to go around after you've set up your booth to the other vendors, give them your card, talk to them, build relationships with them. Some of you will really, really connect well. I've gotten a lot of referrals from other vendors at the events, so that's a good thing to do too. You build those relationships and go from there. Okay, so definitely health and wellness events that will be coming on, but Google them and see if you can't connect with somebody who actually puts on the events. Okay, and now that I have you guys, because I know this one person I worked with last year or the year before, she was actually expanding hers from outside of California. And if she does that again, I'll make sure that I put that in the groups so that if you guys are in her area, she would love to have you come and, be part of her event. So there are many ones you can just Google online. And so really just start to build the relationships with people now for when your area does open up to full capacity, because then you'll be prepared and you will have built relationships. Okay. And I think that's really, if you can find somebody that you can connect with. I could go to any event that was close to me, and sometimes I travel 2 hours depending on the size of the event. she also had events for the local airport. So here in California, you know, it's one of the biggest ones ever. And so there were several different companies within that airport that she would have events for. And I would make more connections there because of the people who worked there. And then I would go and do separate workshops for them after the main event that I was at. So really great ways to expand on your networking and expand on just, you know, building relationships. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Start making the connections now and get ready for when you do open, because it is amazing what you can do. All right, bye coaches, have a good day.